Joins me on the line now. So, Caroline, what sense are you getting at how close we are to the end here?
Well, as you know, this major assault began on Friday, and the fighters of the new authorities here said it would be their final push. Certainly it does look as if the rebels have been making steady gains. They say they've taken not only the city's university campus now, but also a vast conference centre, the Ouagadougou Centre, where Muammar Gaddafi used to host international summits in his heyday. And they say that they now have that. I'm not there, so I can't confirm that. But certainly they think that they have now Gaddafi supporters on the run, and that it won't take long for them to take Sirte. But I would caution, we've heard for quite a long time now that victory is within their grasp. They seem to be moving towards it, but they don't yet have the entire city.
It comes at a cost, doesn't it? The human cost has been high.
That's right. I'm here in Misrata, and this is a city where many of the rebel fighters, or former rebels I should say, who have been injured have been brought. They're being treated at field hospitals and then airlifted to Misrata, and doctors have told us of some really horrific injuries. A 17-year-old, they were saying, had his leg and his arm amputated yesterday. There's also, I have to say, a lot of concern about the situation of civilians trapped inside Sirte. We know that frightened families have been leaving if they can, but the Red Cross has now again appealed to both sides to spare civilians in the city, and says it is extremely concerned for them. It's also worried about the state of the main hospital in Sirte. It hasn't been able to visit that since Thursday because of the fighting.
Caroline, what's it like in Misrata at the moment?
Well, I have to say that the devastation is very shocking. I mean, the damage is serious and very extensive. You see blackened buildings, shops that have no fronts on them, homes that have been destroyed. And earlier in the hospital I spoke to one man. He was an engineer. He said he had lost his daughter in the fighting for Misrata. She was killed. He's now looking after her 2-year-old and her 3-year-old, and he has another son who was injured, and he was in the Misrata hospital to visit yet another son who was injured. So people here have paid a heavy price. Of course, the fighting in Misrata now is over. The focus is on that battle for Sirte that is so important for the new authorities here, because as Richard says, when they take Sirte, when they finally capture the whole of Sirte, then they will declare that the country is liberated, and then a countdown begins to a political process here.
Caroline, thank you. Caroline Hawley in